Tov. Sometimes we think about the Parshat of Yaakov and Esav, how Yaakov got the berachot from Esav. Looks like not so straight. The guy, poor guy, he was starving, needed to eat something, he didn't have a choice, he had to sell his berachot, he had to sell the bechorah. Later on also, when he gets the berachot, looks like there was a whole scandal, a whole trick. Again, miskin, poor guy Esav, again lost out. Why did Kadosh Baruch Hu make it in such a way that Yaakov had to buy the bechorah, and it looks like a tricky way? Also later on in the berachot, looks like he also tricked him. So there's the accepted Parshat that with the Rishayim you have to also, what looks like Sheker is really the Emet. We have to know how to deal with the Rishayim. So that's one explanation, a lot to talk about that. There's also an idea of how Kadosh Baruch Hu uses also the bad for the good. Like we have also later on we'll see with Yehuda and Tamar, and with David Melech, with Ruth, all it came out from the bed. Looks like it came out from the bed, the good, the Malchut, because the Kadosh Baruch Hu shows the Malchut, that he runs the world. He uses also the bad forces for the good, that he is Sholet. He rules everything, even the bad, he also rules, and this is to bring out his name in the world, that there's nothing else besides the Kadosh Baruch Hu. But I just wanted to maybe bring out two ideas that maybe we could use for our everyday life, important things to know, to think about. First of all, if at the time when Esav sold his bechorah to Yaakov, we would say he's right, makes sense. What do you need a bechorah now? What's the difference? Beit HaMikdash, who knows when there's going to be Beit HaMikdash, if there's going to be a Beit HaMikdash. So Esav really made a very simple business deal. Makes sense, he was hungry, he had something that really didn't look like it was worth anything, he sold it. Big deal. So number one, person has to know in this world, whatever he has is from Hashem. You never know when you're going to need something, or when something is going to come into hand and you're going to need it for something. You don't know. Hashem is planning the world. Somebody that lives according to emunah, belief in Hashem, there's a reason for everything. So any potential that you might have, anytime you have an opportunity to learn something, learn it, get it. Why? Hashem is sending it to you. You don't know what's going to be in a year from now. You don't know what's going to be 10 years from now. You don't know what's going to be in 30 years from now. If I ask you now, you have an opportunity to learn Chinese. Chinese, but you learn Chinese now. You never know. Maybe in 10 years from now, there's going to be a new community in China. They're going to need a rabbi that speaks Chinese. They're going to call you up. Do you speak Chinese? No, I don't speak Chinese. But you had an opportunity. You could have learned it. Not saying you have to go learn Chinese now. But things come to a person's hand during lifetime. And we are mizalzel. We say, come on, we don't need this. It's a waste of time. Whenever you have an opportunity to do something, of course, if it's the right thing, a good thing, take it. Because Hashem is sending you maybe something that you might need later on. Esav, he was mizalzel. He had a bechorah. Hashem gave him the bechorah. You know what that means later on, the bechorah of Am Yisrael. You get the berachot, you kohen ba'avodat Hashem, and then the Beit HaMikdash. Don't give that up so easily. He gave it up like that. What happened? He lost later on the berachot that Yaakov Avinu got. It bothers us sometimes when we read the parasha also about Yaakov, that like he had to steal the berachot. Looks like couldn't Hashem just give it to him the fiat din? So we said there's certain explanations, but what I thought was also a very good musar for us. We say what goes around comes around. Esav had to get a little taste of his own medicine. What was Esav's motto his whole life? What did the Torah call him? Ish tzayid. He had tzad anashim b'peh, tzad et aviv b'peh. He's a tricker. He goes to Yitzhak Avinu to show him what a tzaddik is, how great he is. And really he's a big liar. Hashem wanted to show him. You think you're tricking people your whole life. You think you're on the top. I will show you that you're little nothing. But the most important thing, the berachot, you're going to get tricked. Oh, and then you're going to be screaming. Look how he's screaming. He's screaming. How did they do this to me? How could it be? This guy, Yaakov Avinu, the tricker. Oh, now you're screaming. Your whole life, you're tricking people. You're lying. And now you can't deal with it. That you got tricked one time. That was the only way to teach Esav his lesson of tricking people. I want you to feel a little bit what it means to trick other people. Person has to be very careful also in his life what he does. Ha'olam hazeh is not ifkir. It's not a free world. Everything we have to pay for. When we think we're getting away with something, we think maybe we embarrassed someone and nobody noticed, we got away with it. A guy took something, not bi'ashrut, not in a straight way, we think we got away with it. Hey, look, nobody knows. You should know, doesn't exist, something like this. The world is not hefker, and there's a hishbon. At the end, there's a calculation for everything. The way you act, the way we act, that's how, after that, they will act with us. This is the, for sure. Right? So a person has to also learn from this to be very, very careful of what he does, what he acts, and how he acts, because it will come back to him one day. Later on, in Parashat Vayishlach, we see that the Sar of Esav came to fight Yaakov Avinu. When did he come to fight Yaakov Avinu? When he went to go get the jars. He forgot a few little utensils. He went back to get the utensils. Yaakov Avinu, millionaire, billionaire, from the richest people around. You forgot a few jars. You have to go back to get them. Just forget about it. But Yaakov Avinu was fighting against this idea, and this is when Esav came to get him. He felt and he believed that whatever he got is from a Kadosh Baruch Hu completely. So if he has a jar, you never know when he's going to need it. He might need it one day. Hashem gave it to me. Must be a reason. Not that he cares about the $2 that this jar is worth. He's willing to give away all of his money. He doesn't care. Yaakov Avinu. But Hashem gave this to me, this potential to me. I have to go get this jar. And that's when Esav came to fight Yaakov Avinu. You say everything's min hashamayim, everything is exact. I'm against that. I'm a bechor. You want to take it. I don't need anything. I'll get along by myself. It's not a Kadosh Baruch Hu running the world. This is the fight of Yaakov and Esav. So 2 points we brought out over here. Number one is, whatever we have, hold on to it. Because Hashem gave it to us for a reason. And if we don't understand now, we'll understand through our lifetimes. Number two, also, to be careful how we act. Because if we act in a not proper way, one day it's going to come back to us also. So always make sure to go in the right way, act proper, and then B'ezat Hashem, people act in a good way to us also. Have a good day.